So what if I tell you that I can help you save time and effort cleaning your garden and make it a little bit easier? Well, let me show you what I do in my garden. Samanan chumelang mulweni abusheni di macharoni. Salam alaikum, namaste, good day, goeiedag, alweer massacres. My name is Wisdom and welcome back to my channel, Bushies Badboer. On this channel we discuss everything relating to small scale farming and those small projects that you can do yourself, save on some money and enjoy the fruit of your labor. And in this video I'm going to tell you all about mulch. Now, what is mulch? Mulch is basically a layer of organic matter that you place in your garden for various of reasons. And reason number one is you can see all the green. You probably can't see the onions growing right here, but there's a row of onions. I took it from here. It was like all planted in bunches, and it was here since the time we moved in here, and it never grew. It like stays small. So what I did was I separated them and I planted them individually to give them space to grow. Now, this is an experiment, so if it does not grow to some decent size this planting season, or we are in the middle of spring, so by middle of fall, middle of autumn, it's the 25th of April, so we are still in autumn. And if this doesn't do anything by summer this year, I'm gonna take out everything and plant my own onions. So we basically just experimenting to see if what the people left here, if it's actually gonna do something. But the purpose of mulch is, you can see the small little green blanket of leaves growing here. Those are actually weed. And the one reason for mulch in your garden, it's actually to suppress, it's actually to suppress the weed from growing. So it's gonna save you time and effort weeding your garden, pulling out all the weed that is growing in your garden. That's benefit number one. So you want like a nice layer so that it just suppress. Weed just needs water, sunlight to grow. You don't need to plant it, it just grows by itself. And all you need to do is you just place a nice generous layer of it on your soil around your plants, giving your plants still that space to grow. And then you just basically eliminating the space, and your plants will not have to compete with weed in order to get those nutrients or the water that you're giving your plants. So basically and it will save you time and effort to go around like we had to do. We had to like take out all the weed, like like pull it out individually. Those small plants, we had to clean it out as best as possible. And you'll probably see that video later on, because we're still preparing this place for the next planting season. So what we are doing now is we basically, because we still have rain, we get rain until the end of May, just before winter hits us. We still get rain. So after every rainy day or rainy couple of days, then these small little green plants grow, and I'm just tired of pulling them out every time. So I want to save some time and effort pulling them out, and I'm just basically mulching my garden right now. And I'm mulching around the onion plants so that the onions can also have a space to grow, and they don't have to compete against the weed to get all the nutrients that it needs. Second benefit of mulching your garden is that when you normally water your garden, it normally creates that stream. So if you're watering with a hose or whatever, drip irrigation is the best way of watering. But for us, we use the hose and stuff. We don't have. I was digging up here, I was tilting the soil, and I saw one of the irrigation pipes underneath there. So it's connected somewhere. We still have to trace the irrigation pipe, because it works with a container, the water container over here. So we just have to, there's a switch, we can open it up, the tap, and it's supposed to like run through all the pipes. So, but the water disappears somewhere, so we have to still trace that. So drip irrigation is the best, but we still water with the hose. And what normally does is you'll put compost and some organic matter. You'll feed your plants in some way, and you will water your plants. And what will happen is you'll create a stream, and the water will go to some other place than where you want it to go to initially. Also, when you put organic matter and you hose your garden or water your garden, you're actually washing away some of those organic matter. But now with mulch, it's actually very easy, because once you mulch your garden, once you water it, you basically water the mulch, and the mulch will direct the water to where it's supposed to go to the actual plant. Thirdly, I just spoke about winter. Just fill it up there. So thirdly, what will happen is that it's winter, so in colder weather you'll get frost or dew in the morning. Now what happens is the dew and the frost will sit on the mulch, and it will kind of insulate your soil. It will keep it warm, or it won't freeze your soil in that temperament to lower temperatures if you are planning on growing anything during the winter. So it will like maintain a certain temperature, and all that dew and frost on your plants or your grass or your soil, that will sit on the mulch and not in your plants. Secondly, if it gets too hot, it will prevent the sun from beating down onto your ground and to your soil. Thank you. Onto your soil, and it will actually keep that temperature, like warmer temperature in there. Also, with sun beating, it evaporates. We know that hot air rises, so when the sun hits your soil and the water, it actually evaporates the water, but mulch protects the water from evaporating. Similarly, like I said, cold weather drops, so when the dew drops, it drops onto the mulch and not in your soil. And that is some of the benefits that you have by mulching your garden. Now, which type of mulch can you use? I'm using straw right now, dry hay, straw, whatever the case may be. This is there's a shack at the back with a lot of dry hay, and I think the previous owners used this to feed their sheep. We are now using it. We had the goats. The goats are not here anymore. We sold the goats, so we're not going to use that. So I'm just going to use this as mulch for my garden, and I'm going to just protect my garden and maybe save myself some time. You can also use cardboard also, and like I said, you want to use organic matter, so cardboard, newspapers, hay. You can use grass clippings. You need to use as it's green. So you will cut your grass, you'll spray it on, you'll just level it up, and as it turns brown or dries up, you can just top it off with more grass clippings. You can use wood chips. Wood chips is very good. You can use wood shavings. Stay away from the stained wood shavings, because there's chemicals in those wood that can damage your plants. You want more organic, like I say, more organic. So stay away from some guys use rubber. So they'll use the old tires, and they'll snip it up and grind it up in pieces, and they'll pack it up, and they'll basically use that. But and it's fine to use, but the other benefit of using mulch is that if you use organic matter, after a while, as you water it breaks down, and it becomes compost to your soil. So in the future, I will never have to tilt my soil anymore. I can basically just go in there, make a hole, plant a seed or a seedling, and just cover it up, add some mulch, water it down. Next season, same thing. So I don't have to tilt my soil. I tilted my soil, I leveled it up, I'm gonna mulch it everywhere, and I will not have to tilt it anymore. So those are the benefits of mulching. I'm gonna complete this. I'm gonna mulch this whole area, and in future videos you will see basically how it looks like. And but for the sake of this video, I just wanted to share the benefits of mulch in your garden. And you can also buy mulch from the nursery. They actually sell mulch. But you can, but the methods that I've explained to you is actually very cheap. It's actually next to free, so you can basically get all of the mulch, type of mulch that I'm using or that I mentioned, for free. So if you know of any other way to mulch, oh yeah, have you ever seen that in the field, in the farm, the farmers will put a plastic cover over the soil, and they'll make holes in the cover and plant it there, and plant the seed or the seedlings inside those holes. And that's the same purpose of mulch. So that plastic cover basically suppresses the weed seeds from growing. It actually keeps the moist in there, because you're going to be watering just around that hole, and it will seep in there, and the moisture will not evaporate. It also will act as a heat source, so it will keep the temperatures constant during the day. No frost, no water evaporating, and all of those things. So if you like my video, if you like the video of mulching, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. You'll be seeing a lot of mulching going forward. I'll be mentioning mulch going forward a lot. All I wanted you to know in this video is the importance of mulching, why you mulch, what to mulch, how to mulch, when to mulch, and all of those things. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. If you have any suggestions and questions, leave them in the comment section down below. And if you haven't subscribed as yet, please subscribe. Destroy that subscribe button. It's down there somewhere, or there somewhere. I'll make sure it's there where it's supposed to be. And then also destroy that notification bell, so you can be notified whenever we have a new upload. That's it from me for now. Until next time, keep well, stay safe, stay blessed. Away.
Away.